Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. Good morning, everyone. Well, that's a message from me, but also a message from Genevieve Rochdechter here, posting this with regards to Kevin O'Leary and how he got paid $15 million to be an FTX spokesperson. Listen to how Kevin squirms in this interview with Squawkbox.
That was FTX money that you got. I don't think you should be singing the blues right now at all.
Oh yes, I'm singing the blues.
Why? Because your $15 million didn't pan out. That's a lot of money to be
listen.
a paid spokesperson. It's a lot of money. You didn't have to do much for that. That's found money.
That's a different
Kevin.
decision. That's a different discussion.
Okay.
You can make that decision on your own, but
Different decision, a different discussion, but it doesn't take away from the fact that, yes, Kevin O'Leary did see a big payday by being an FTX spokesperson. You know, the crypto market, I'm feeling, is still trying to recover. Right now, Bitcoin's trading at 17,200. So, we're seeing a little bit of positive momentum for Bitcoin. Yesterday, we did see Bitcoin price spike up. On the hourly, we are seeing this bullish pennant pattern, which is looking kind of nice on the shorter time frame, but we still got a lot of ways to go. I throw this back on the daily, still got a lot of ways to go to make up for a lot of the losses that we've seen. Let me just bring up XRP real quickly here, guys. XRP trading at 38.9, so almost 39 cents, and not too much movement for XRP. Again, low volume, not a lot of trading volatility. So, the XRP cryptocurrency essentially just trying to find its way here, finding hopefully what we could assume to be new support over former resistance from back in the summer. We are still in a wait and see phase, and I'm getting worried that 2023 we're going to see more of the same, and maybe even some lower, dare I say, lower cryptocurrency prices before we rebound and get out of the funk. Cryptic Poet posted this. Okay, the SEC issues new guidance requiring companies to disclose cryptocurrency risks. So we are seeing change, although it's not necessarily along the lines that will help retail holders. So let me read you guys a little bit of this. The SEC released new guidance on Thursday requiring companies that issue securities to disclose to investors their exposure and risk of the cryptocurrency market. So this is essentially for investor exposure, listing out, being fully transparent about their cryptocurrency holdings so that they can give their investors, a realistic picture of how they're invested. The guidance comes about a month after the FTX debacle, as we know, where over 100,000 customers were affected. On Wednesday, we got SEC Chair Gary Gensler. He fended off accusations that the agency has failed to preventing crypto firms from misusing customer funds. Gensler also said the SEC would take more enforcement actions in the firms failed to comply with existing rules. Under the new guidance, companies will have to include crypto asset holdings as well as their risk exposure to the FTX bankruptcy and other market developments in their public filings. The company's bankruptcy filing indicates the company has over 1 million creditors. So this obviously the biggest story right now that is affecting cryptocurrencies. I've even said, in my real life, I like to dub it my real life because, on here we talk about crypto and we're all immersed in crypto. But in my everyday life, I'm sure with you guys as well, you go about your everyday life and cryptocurrency is maybe not such a big part of it. And, like I was saying a few weeks ago, I'm talking to more people and more people are hearing about the FTX thing. They don't know too much about it though. And, the general perception is that crypto is bad. This is what the mainstream media is conveying by the way they are framing the FTX situation. And so, this is just more evidence to me, at least, to support the fact that they don't want us to get into cryptocurrency now when the market is low. Again, these narratives get very, very salty when we see great opportunities to buy more cryptocurrency. I got the total market cap up here right now, and total cryptocurrency market cap, guys, it's down 72.7% off its high. And these narratives are just nasty, 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 nasty narratives, right? Really want to scare us out of crypto. They really do not want retail to become rich. And so, obviously, what do? We tend to do the opposite as smart investors. This one from Wheezy at Nerd Nation Unboxed. Speaking of the opposite, guys, Jim Cramer just came out and called XRP and a handful of other cryptocurrencies a giant con. So, more to this point of do as they do, not as they say. And I'm going to explain this a little further. Okay, Jim Cramer, American TV personality and host of CNBC's Mad Money, has reiterated his resentment towards cryptocurrencies, especially XRP, recently calling the asset a con alongside other crypto assets. So it wasn't just XRP, to be fair. It was Solana, Dogecoin, XRP, and other cryptocurrencies as well. I have the tweet up here from Squawkbox. The whole thing seems bottomless. This is a quote. "It's just a giant con," Jim Cramer says about crypto. Listen to this.
And check in with Jim Cramer. Jim, what would you like to talk about this morning?
Well, I think we have to distinguish between the notion of what blockchain is. No one thinks blockchain is bad. And what happened here, and I thought you guys did an amazing job. I think Kevin O'Leary's caught up in what I would describe as a suboptimal situation. And I think you did your best to get to the bottom of it, but the whole thing seems so bottomless that I don't know how to fathom it.
Yeah, I mean, we're all trying to figure out what happened. I think Kevin's right. It's going to be years that we're hearing about this. Once bankruptcy courts get involved, it's going to be a very long unwinding. I don't know about Bitcoin. I think that one's different than a lot of the other coins, but I think the marks that came with some of these things are enough to leave you scratching your head.
Well, everything you said was true. I mean, at the end, I think that Kevin said that everything you said was true. I mean, the problem is everyone says is true about this, except for it's just a giant con. And remember, the con is not, it's not blockchain. Blockchain's great, but we keep conflating blockchain with the con. And I don't know how that can continue. I mean, this thing, all these different prices, like we put up XRP and Solana and Dogecoin. Those are all, I believe, cons.
Just going to stop it there for a second. Now, he's talking about XRP, Dogecoin, Solana as cons. Yet, on the other hand, he does talk about the blockchain and how, we conflate the two, he says, that cryptocurrency and blockchain are one and the same. Yet, he doesn't seem to understand the link between XRP and real-world utility. He doesn't seem to address any kind of partnerships. However, what he is stating is that, blockchain DLT technology, the technology essentially is not a con, but that a lot of these speculative tokens are in fact a con. And I mean, to be fair, everything is trading right now in a speculative market. So on the one hand, he could argue that his statement, even when he is proven wrong one day and XRP soars because of real world utility, and somebody points back to this clip and says, yeah, but Jim Cramer, you said XRP was a con. He could argue that, well, at that time, all these coins were basically just trading, for speculative reasons. And therefore, he's painting them all with the same brush.
Yeah.
I mean, why don't we just put up like a bunch of stocks that are valued at the same size? So I'm tired of the con. I thought you guys did a terrific job. And I love I love blockchain, but it has nothing to do with what happened. That's like saying, I really love the fact that we put up cryptocurrencies. There's nothing to love. Technology's good, but it's... I mean, if we think that the XRP slash USD coin is something that we should be following, well, I mean, we should be following we should put up like Rent the Runway and Stitch Fix up there. I mean, honestly.
Okay, I'm going to leave it there. There's about another 50 seconds left to this clip, but I will link it in the description. If you guys want to watch further, obviously, Jim Cramer does not know what he does not know. Someone just posted this, guys, a recent update with regards to on-ramping and off-ramping fiat using the XRPL. So, again, another example of where XRP utility will be king. So they posted this on-ramps and off-ramps, and they partnered up with Banxa, which is a Ripple partner, and also BTC Direct. So get this, guys. So far, they are looking to on-ramp the Netherlands, and the UK and France will soon be added. They also said down here they'll be adding more countries over time. Native sum on-ramps and off-ramps require a yearly Sum Pro subscription, but comes with the best rates and best support. Using third-party providers like BTC Direct and Banxa, does not require Sum Pro. Support on third-party on-ramp and off-ramps will be provided by the selected provider. More third-party providers are coming, so you'll have plenty to choose from. So just a new development here from the Sum wallet. We can see the real-world utility has been growing. We're also noticing ODL partnered exchanges and more developments here. This one from T-Hole Benedict XRP, Ripple ODL exchange partner Bitso, and Felix Pago team up for crypto-powered remittances, guys, via WhatsApp. So check this out. Latin America's biggest cryptocurrency platform, Bitso, which coincidentally is also an ODL customer, has joined forces with remittance provider Felix Pago to enable WhatsApp-based crypto-powered payments from the United States to Mexico. Through Felix Pago's WhatsApp integration, users can send funds internationally just as easily as they would send a text message, taking only 45 seconds for the transaction to be sent with real-time settlement. Now, Is it any surprise that they're using an ODL exchange? They are likely using RippleNet technology in the background for this function. However, it is not stated in this article. But just looking at the partnerships, okay, an ODL exchange, BITSO, wanting to forge their own partnerships, they see an opportunity here. They already have the RippleNet integrated technology as their backend. So why not leverage that and form new partnerships to make more transactions be available to more people on the XRP ledger? So just another example of that. We also know down here, Felix Pago is powered by ODL-enabled Uniteller. So there's another connection there, Felix and Uniteller. And Uniteller is ODL enabled on top of BITSO being an ODL exchange. So great news there from T-Hole Bedek. I also wanted to mention this, guys, from Mike Manfield on Twitter. MasterCard and Ripple partner Paysend today announced a new partnership. This partnership is to improve the cross-border payment experience for dozens of markets globally, with Ukraine being the first country already benefiting from the new real-time payment options. Both companies will take advantage of each other's respective networks and capabilities to enable more people around the world to send and receive payments in near real time, directly to bank accounts and to the vast majority of cards across multiple networks. The partnership brings benefits to both Paysend and MasterCard by utilizing MasterCard's cross-border payment solutions and its payment network, which reaches over 100 markets and 90% of the world's population. So, it's a benefit to be a major credit card company partner. Paysend will be able to expand the number of countries it can reach, enabling more people and businesses around the world to benefit from its money to account services. So, two Ripple partners now partnering up to improve cross-border payments specifically, and we know Paysend is already using the XRPL. So there we go, just another instance. And guys, there are dozens of these, if not hundreds of these by now, where we're seeing these Ripple-enabled companies forging their own partnerships with secondary and tertiary Ripple partners. By extension, now they have become Ripple partners. And one of the newer things that we've been seeing in 2022 especially are Ripple partner and Ripple partners partnering up to forge a new partnership. So two companies already associated with Ripple, them forming a partnership, and to produce even more expansion for cross-border payments. I mean, a lot of these cases, cross-border payments is, the thing that they are focusing on. So another great one here from Mike Manfield on Twitter. So, just to go back to Jim Cramer's point here, and I think Ashley Prosper really hits the nail on the head. So Jim Cramer thinks XRP is a con. Well, here are a few companies that disagree. And by no means are these small organizations, okay? So she lists them off. The Treasury, Federal Reserve, Bank of America, HSBC, Goldman Sachs, JP Morgan, BlackRock, the World Economic Forum, the UK, FCA, the IRS, FTC, the FBI, the State Department, Judge Netburn, the BIS, the Group of 30, BNY Mellon, the IMF, Amazon, FinCEN, the Bank of England, and yes, even the SEC. So just to name a few. Also, we've got John Deaton here calling out Jim Cramer. Cramer is calling something, namely XRP, a con because he is conflating it with SBF's fraudulent criminal enterprise. And I think it is important, guys. Again, I'm going to say it again. It's important to distinguish between the two. Why don't you get someone on that actually knows what he or she is talking about? 8 years ago, the USGAO, which is the United States Government Accountability Office, described XRP. Guess what? It was classified as a virtual currency in a decentralized payment system. The next year, in 2015, FinCEN and the DOJ called it a convertible virtual currency, not a con. In 2015, the CFTC implied it was a commodity, not a con. In 2019, the FSOC highlighted XRP as not a con, but a virtual currency along with Bitcoin and Ethereum. Becky, do you recognize any important names? I don't see Cramer's name here, but Jay Clayton, the CFTC chairman, etc. They didn't highlight it as a con. And so John Deaton here just posting this member statement here from the treasury.gov website. Continuing down here, some people responding here. Crypto Fun 1 on Twitter posted this: the FUD, the blatant corruption, the manipulation, the conflict of interests are all out of control. Digital follower down here saying, this just shows how insular CNBC is, and especially Mr. Cramer. The whole of the world except the US has declared XRP a currency, including the IMF and the BIS. Flood down here saying, at what point do we realize that Jim Cramer is actually in on it, getting paid to spread the FUD? Guys, it's a big agenda. This is why we have to be very careful. This is why, we got to be, I know, now is a very tough time in crypto. There are a lot of people feeling down on their investments. There are a lot of people that, may have purchased their cryptocurrency, in early 2021 or maybe closer to that first high. or even maybe down here, maybe they thought, oh, this is a great opportunity to buy the dip. When we saw it dip back in the summer of 2021, and then we saw that final push up, but people were hoping maybe for more gains, and then we saw nothing but a collapse for cryptocurrency. So I can understand, if you purchased your crypto anywhere in here, anywhere, basically in 2021, why you'd be nervous and why maybe some of you guys are upset. I got to tell you, back in 2018, the same kind of thing happened. I bought my first batch of cryptocurrency back in November of 2017. So let's call it in and around here. I saw the market go up and I thought, wow, look at these gains, so great. And I did not cash out. I was new to the crypto market. I didn't know, about so many things that I know about today. And I saw my investment go down and down and down and down and down. But you know what? I took all these opportunities to cost average down. I bought a lot of my Bitcoin position down in here, and then the rest was history. Now I am up on my cryptocurrency portfolio, even though the market is down significantly, 72% since the top of the high. And I did take profits along the way. I did take some. So guys, always have a plan too, right? This is where you're going to thank yourself in the future. Your future self is going to thank your past self for having a plan to cash out some cryptocurrency when you see market tops. I know sometimes we talk about predicted prices, but we can't rely on that 100%. We always have to have some kind of a plan to take profits off the table, as we're seeing the market rally, and we will see the market rally again in due time. All this just to say that, now is the phase where they are trying to shake us out. You should have seen the narratives back down in and around here if you weren't in the crypto space in late 2018, early 2019. They were savage. Although I feel like, because of the FTX thing, we're still kind of feeling the burn from the Luna collapse to Celsius, all that stuff. All that's kind of culminated just in the last less than 6 months. So this is what the narrative is. Just got to stand strong, guys, and keep hodling. Also, just wanted to quickly mention this from Short the FOMO on Twitter. So a query of exchange wallets known, those published by XRP Scan, wallets would have needed to have moved funds in the last 6 months to be tallied. So there may be a number of cold wallets here I have addresses for, but not added, as no funds moved in the window above. So just notice this, a bunch of different wallets from a bunch of different cryptocurrency exchanges. Some are ODL exchanges, some are not. This is XRP that has moved in the last 6 months, and the list is quite extensive here. However, it's not a full list, but millions upon millions upon millions of XRP, guys, held in some of these accounts have been moved in the last 6 months. So, to me, I look at it as if XRP was a con, if XRP was a dead cryptocurrency, would we be seeing all this movement? And think about it for a second. Wouldn't the SEC as well have had an easier time proving that XRP and Ripple were a scam in court? If, in fact, XRP was a con? Think of it, guys, logically. The reason, or one of the reasons this lawsuit is dragging out for so long, is because Ripple has credibility, XRP has a use case. There are so many reasons why XRP is a useful cryptocurrency. It solves problems. It's going to be one of a handful that does retain its value because of the utility that all these organizations would likely argue that it has. So don't believe the FUD, guys. It's just an orchestrated campaign to get you to sell your cryptocurrency. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.